another little painting demo. I'm doing another painting today in my sketchbook of a scene I saw in Hanoi. Just a little street scene where people tend to eat outside on the street having their dinner. They tend to cook their meal out there. But this lady was selling noodles or something. I took a picture of it, a photograph of it, and painted it. The background of the photograph was quite boring. The doorway was just kind of empty, so I kind of used my imagination to make it a little bit more interesting by putting the people just to the right of her and behind her in sort of lamplight, to make it sort of like a light bulb shining down on them in a dark room, just to make it a bit more interesting, because if not it would have just been a dark space and not much interest. So I kind of used my artistic license, I suppose, to try and make it a bit more exciting, a bit more interesting to look at. So enjoy this part of the video. I'll speed it up and well, it's playing now at 4 times the speed, and then I'll slow it down to 2 times when we get to the painting stage. Okay, I've completed the drawing and I'm reasonably happy with it. It's not totally accurate to the photograph. I've been a bit inventive to move things about a bit and make them a bit more interesting than the actual photograph itself. Not so much to the left, but to the right hand side of the doorway where the people are sitting with the lamplight, with the light over their head. I made that a bit more, because it was just a dark space in the photograph, and not very interesting. So I'm basically starting off with the bright colours, a bit like I did on the flowers really. I learned a bit from doing the flowers, which has taken itself over in this painting. I think I did it mostly before, but I wasn't quite totally aware I was doing it. But anyway, I'm starting off with the much brightest colours first, so I kind of like keep the colours as clean as possible at the beginning, especially the bright reds, because they're quite important in this painting, because it's quite a busy painting, and it's also quite dull, I suppose. If we didn't have these bright colours, then it would be quite dull. But yes, anyway, I'm starting off with the brightest colours, and I'll gradually work my way through to the darker colours and build the painting up. But I'm just going to do an initial light wash now of all the, just to get a feel for the painting, just sort of like tint the painting with some colour. Get rid of that white paper that we all find intimidating when we're painting. Just lifting out a bit of colour there on the water bottle. There's some highlights down there. I didn't want to leave them white, but I wanted just to lift it out a bit. And I do excuse the banging if you can hear it. Next door I've got the electrician in. They're having the house rewired. They've been banging all day, but I've been kind of waiting for my opportunity to record the audio, but I don't think there is going to be one, so I'm going to do it anyway. Hopefully it won't be too noisy. Just painting where the light is now. I wanted to make sure I kept the bright light under the white of the paper as much as possible under the lamp itself, and I'm just tinting some warm colours around it, just to give that feeling of a yellowish light. I go over the surrounding area, just adding some cool washes down the right hand side. Like I said, at this stage I'm just tinting the paper. They're going to be a lot darker than this later. I really recommend anyone that at the moment that doesn't use a sketchbook to think about getting involved in using a sketchbook, and instead of just a piece of paper every time. It's a great way of picking up, having a record of all your paintings together in a book. And I think in years to come, perhaps when I'm not painting as much or whatever, or my kids can look through my sketchbooks, and I think it's a nice thing to leave behind, and nice memories. So I really recommend using a sketchbook. It also, like I've said before, it kind of frees you up. You don't feel that same pressure using a sketchbook that you do when you have a crisp white piece of paper sitting on a board in front of you. You know, it's a lot of pressure. Now that behind the chair there is a piece like a stainless steel shutter, and that the red I put on there was kind of the reflection of the chair in the stainless steel, very subtle reflection. It's like one of these scissor doors that open, like a concertina type effect, and it was all closed up there. Keep working my way through, just mix washes here. I'm just using some cobalt blue, cad red, burnt sienna, sort of neutral tint colours, do you know what I mean? Just tinting the page, and quite subdued colours for the background. This is the little pavement area she was sat on. Totally oblivious to me she was when I was taking. I think she's probably used to people taking her picture all day long. Tourists. I know I always say it, but if you're new to the channel, don't forget to, if you enjoy what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and turn your notifications on so you get notified of any new videos I put online. You can also come along to our website, purewatercolour.com. There's a link beneath the video. We have a members area there where we have lots of quality artists painting their watercolours and pastels and acrylics sometimes. So feel free, it's totally free to join and sign up. And like I say, in the forum you can upload your paintings, and you can also take part in many of the challenges we have set by Martin. So yeah, if you want to improve your watercolours, that's a good place to come and meet other like-minded artists. My memories of walking around Hanoi was that the streets, the pavements are very grey, very dirty, basically due to the pollution from the amount of vehicles there. I can't imagine how these people sit on the side of the street all day against a road which can be pretty busy. It's mostly scooters and things like this going backwards and forwards. We're talking thousands of the things. But yeah, so it was quite grey and grimy, the street side. But then, like say, they all had these little plastic stools you can sit on, and I'm painting in the picture here, and they're the sort of thing kids would sit on. And in the evening, you would get groups of, or many people sitting on the side of the street, eating their dinner, whatever that was on offer that day, cooked by the side of the road, all sitting on these little plastic stools. I stopped and ate there many times. It was beautiful, beautiful food. If you told somebody you're going to sit by the side of the road and have your dinner, they think you're crazy. And it probably isn't such a great idea. It probably isn't a very healthy thing to do. But because you're in a city where other people are doing it, it's just nice to take part in it and enjoy it. It's quite an experience. And I'm just starting to add some of the darks now. As you can see, I changed her jumper. Her jumper was like a rusty colour, like a brown colour, and I wanted to move away from that sort of browny look. So I decided to paint it blue, dark blue. I thought would fit in well. Again, you've got to be prepared to, when you're painting from photographs or whatever, it's a great opportunity to use artistic license and not to be slavishly following the photograph necessarily. Use the freedom you've got as an artist to create something exciting. Don't get bogged down in, having to recreate the photograph in great detail. Or, purport, you can add things, you can take things away. Just use your imagination. I'm using my goat hair brush again, and I think I use this brush for the whole painting. I don't change it, so it's just basically a one brush painting. How simple can that be? It's a fantastic all-round brush, it really is. Okay, now it's to go back over again and start adding some more darks to the background. And again, I'm just adding sort of what would that be? That would be cobalt blue with a touch of cadmium red or a touch of magenta. Any red would do. And sort of I'm just varying the colours. I think I've added a little bit of Windsor blue here to make a really deeper blue, just to keep it changing, to make it interesting, and to create some depth in the background. Now I've got to think about this area a bit because I want to make sure I get the warmth from the light or the light from the light, not the warmth necessarily, and sort of make sure I preserve some of the brightest light tones there. So I kind of use cobalt blue and touch of light red here, just above the light, and then start adding a bit more magenta, red. And I'm not the people that are there. I'm just going to silhouette those. I was going to put a bit more detail in, but I'm going to keep it very simple. Paint the light, and now I've just got a damp brush here, and I'm just softening the edges, just so where the light's flooding down, you've got the nice diffused edge. I'm just lifting some colour out there. Keep it really simple, not trying to do too much. I'm planning a day out this week painting. The forecast is looking good, so hopefully I'll get up to a place called the Old Hills here in Worcester. We've got some beautiful views from that point, and there's some nice cottages up there that I would like to paint. So there could be a video coming from, well, a plein air video, me painting outside coming up, so it could be good to watch. I also want to concentrate on painting some different stuff instead of just the landscapes all the time and the buildings. I want to and boats and stuff. Maybe start painting, have a go at doing some dog demos. I've got a beautiful dog here and I hardly ever paint him, Toby. So maybe we could do some, if that would interest anybody, I'd be pleased to know. I'm just adding the darks now. By adding these darks in the background, they're kind of making that lady's grey hair stand out a bit more. But she kind of like melts into all the sort of all the different things that are going on around her. She was kind of like quite blended in, really. There's so many things going on that she didn't stand out very well. But that's okay. And just putting the details in the pavement. Some darks. So this is all now just about building the darks up. This is the stainless steel shutters I was telling you about. And I'm just trying to loosely give the impression of a reflection there, but I'm not sure if it's working. Unless I told you it was a stainless steel shutter, you probably wouldn't know. But I know what it is, and that's really all that matters, I suppose. I find these darks going in now help the painting a lot. They start to make it a bit more, things shout out a bit more. As you see, I'm still working with the same brush all the way through. No need to swap over brushes. You can get a good point on this brush. You can kind of achieve everything in this painting with one brush. And just for those that don't know, I'm using the Moleskine Sketchbook, available from Amazon. Highly recommended. There's a lot of us YouTube artists that use them, so they must be pretty good. I went through a phase of making my own watercolour journals out of watercolour paper that I'd buy in full sheets and then cut up and make into journals. And they're just beautiful to paint in. Absolutely beautiful, and it's nice to have something you've actually made and then painted in. Obviously, it's kind of a real sort of it's a whole story, if you like, making the thing and painting in it. But it's just time. Time is always a problem. You know, making the videos takes a lot of time, and then editing takes longer than making the video often. If you're editing a detailed video, and you know, it takes an awful lot of work. But it's good fun. And things like work gets in the way as well. I want to go to work. It's nice and quiet here today. Well, Toby's gone off to get stripped. And get his coat looking all nice and tidy. He'll be looking very handsome when he gets back. For anybody that doesn't know, Toby's our dog, little border terrier. I'm planning a holiday down in the New Forest, Hampshire, August hopefully. So I can get lots of painting done. I just love it down there. It's just beautiful. You've got the New Forest, which is an ancient sort of woodland, huge, covers a huge area. And then you've also got the Solent, and obviously you're on the coast there. And it's just a beautiful place to see all different types of things, because like I say, you've got the forest, you've got the coast, you've got sailing, you've got beautiful little towns on the side of the ocean there. You've also got lovely places inland to visit, really interesting. So it's perfect for painters, perfect place to go and just sort of relax and paint, if that's what you want to do, or sketch. If anybody there doesn't keep a journal, I recommend you keep a holiday journal, if nothing else. So when you go away, you've got time. When you sit down and have that coffee, or you have a beer or a glass of wine, whatever you fancy, you can sit there and just get your sketchbook out and sketch whatever you see. And those memories will stay with you for a lifetime. I've always said that just by painting the scenes that I saw while I was away in Asia, I'm sure they'll be everlasting on my mind now, more so than if I'd just taken a photograph. Because when you paint and draw something, you get to know it intimately. You see every little part of it, and it imprints itself on your brain. So that's the importance of keeping a sketchbook, because even when you're not in your studio or back home painting, you're getting that practice, and you're developing that skill in observation. So I'd highly recommend people to get themselves sketchbooks for a holiday at least, because I appreciate many of you people are very, very busy. You've got busy jobs, stressful lives. Probably, you don't have the time for it, but I really understand that. Try and make time for it if you're on holiday. It's just while you're sitting down and relaxing with a drink or a coffee, get your sketchbook out, get your Moleskine, or a little notebook or something with plain paper in. You could just do some pen drawings or something. When you come back from holiday, you'll be really pleased. So just finishing up now really with the last darks. For a sketch, I was quite pleased with it really. It's okay. For the sketchbook, it's another great memory for me, for my trip away. I want to concentrate on some of the big landscapes. When I travelled to Tamcock and a place called Nimbin, it was absolutely beautiful there. I got some lovely photographs. Rained all the time, but it was beautiful. I got some nice photographs of the place, so I'll do some painting of that soon. So keep coming back for more. I really appreciate all your comments you leave in the comment section, and people are so encouraging, very friendly, and leave really nice comments. Makes it all worthwhile, so thanks for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give it a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed this video, turn your notifications on so you get alerted of any new videos I put on. And if you've got anything you want to say, or good or bad I guess, just leave a comment. So I'll let you watch the rest of the video in peace with a bit of music playing, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Bye for now.